This is Draft Games, where I'll be playing and telling the events of various games I have lying around. Today we'll be playing Sonic Rivals, a PSP game with 4 different characters, 4 different stories, and each of their stories conflict with the events of the other character stories, making a singular cohesive telling of events near impossible, because I can never do anything the easy way. So I see 2 options here. 1. Tell the story of each character one after the other, or 2. Since the levels go in the same order for each character, I could go level by level telling you what each character is doing in that level. Since I think the former option is going to be the most time efficient, we're going to do that one. And we're going to start with Sonic, because he's the main character, obviously. So we start off in Forest Fall Zone, with Sonic demanding Eggman tell him where Amy and Tails are, with Eggman holding 2 cards in front of him saying that he trapped them inside. Before he can explain how the hell he pulled that off, Knuckles comes barreling in out of nowhere accusing Eggman of stealing the Master Emerald. Eggman admits that he did this using a camera that turns things into cards, like a magical Polaroid camera, and is going to use this ability to create the, and I'm quoting him here, ultimate card collection. He then runs off, taunting Sonic and Knuckles as he leaves. Knuckles decides to make this a competition because he wants to get to Eggman first, and Sonic just goes along with it. And so they race through the forest, rushing past all the things found in a normal forest. Trees, leaves, vines, spiders, fire, dash pads, stars. Wait, what? And wailing on each other every chance they get. Once Sonic finds Eggman again, he demands the cards, to which Eggman basically says fight me for it and I'll give you one, which irritates Knuckles who just got here, but Sonic just rolls with it again and Eggman makes him fight the Egg Turtle. After making Egg Turtle soup of his machine, Eggman storms off in a huff. Before Sonic can chase after him, some silver hedgehog appears and tells him to get lost. Understandably, Sonic demands to know who this guy is. Turns out the silver hedgehog's name is Silver, and insists that he needs to reach Eggman first. Sonic, not caring about this rando's problems, decides to race the guy to see who gets to him first. And so we find ourselves in Colosseum Highway, which is basically a Roman-inspired city made by someone with a very limited understanding of what the Roman Empire looked like. In spite of Silver's mind powers, because he has those, Sonic manages to find Eggman to get the cards back, but Silver insists on dealing with Eggman himself. At this point, Sonic and Silver are just done with each other. Honestly, if the Egg Falcon didn't show up, they probably would have started wailing on each other right then and there. After Sonic takes down the bird, Silver seemingly takes a swing at Sonic, but just before he lands a hit, Sonic finds himself in a circus area with Shadow the Hedgehog. Before Shadow even has time to process what's happening, Sonic decides to race him to the doctor. And so they race through the rustic sideshow carnival until Sonic eventually loses Shadow, finding Eggman instead, who is watching the race from afar, before sending Metal Sonic to race Sonic through the rest of the Sky Park zone. Sonic trounces his metal counterpart, and winds up running into Silver again. Sonic claims to know what Eggman's next move is, and says he'll tell Silver if he wins a race, because of course. Oh, and now they're in the Crystal Mountains. Don't ask me why or how. After running through their winter wonderland, knocking snow off trees and turning each other into snowmen, Sonic finds Eggman again and demands Tails' card back, because Sonic has favorites and we all know it. Eggman says, well, I could, or I could kill you so you can't stop me in the future. Silver claims Eggman has revealed something he didn't mean to, but Sonic's just ready to throw down at this point with Eggman and ready to fight his Egglings. And, for the first time so far, Sonic has actually made progress in his goals and got Tails back from Eggman. Their reunion is cut short by Knuckles stumbling in, realizing Eggman has already left with Sonic taking the chance to call him slow, taking the redhead off, starting another race. This time through the Death Yard Zone, a massive junkyard with its own junkyard dogs and everything. Halfway through though, he meets Eggman who brings out Metal Sonic again, claiming he's been upgraded since their last race. Sonic is adamant that no copy of him could beat his OG self, so he runs through the yard against Metal Sonic and wins, naturally. Eggman is absolutely done with all of this, and brings in Metal Sonic to run interference while he pilots what I can only assume is called the Egg Gorilla. It's not enough though, and Sonic makes him lose his mind again, causing Eggman to just fly into space and take a photo of the world, turning it into a card. Knuckles and Tails show up and they all board Tails' plane to chase after Eggman together. So Sonic runs his way through the Meteor Base Zone, with no one to race against, just him against the clock in a space station. Knuckles busts a door open to let Sonic outside to the meteor half of the Meteor Base Zone, and tosses him over a large chasm that Sonic couldn't get past on his own. Shadow also shows up to turn on a fan and activate a platform. The ultimate life form, everybody. You remember you can teleport, right? Anyway, after entering a few wormholes, Sonic finds his way to the end and hitches a ride on the ship Eggman is riding to take his photo, planning to use Amy's card to fuel this process. Sonic, who forgot all about Amy, panics at this, with Tails just telling him to smash Eggman until he stops. Unfortunately, Sonic is on the opposite side of the ship, with a bunch of defences and Metal Sonic in his way. So Sonic forces his way through, smashing turrets and breaking the ship apart piece by piece until he reaches Eggman's cockpit, breaking it until it explodes. With Amy now free, she immediately fawns over Sonic for saving her, with Sonic and Tails making an excuse to leave because girls are icky.